Hi, I'm Aubrey Curiosity, and welcome to Future Unscripted, Episode 9. Today, we're going to be talking about our webinar. We're going to be talking about some coaching practices. And what else are we talking about, Lydie?
Hey, I'm Lydie, and today we're also going to talk about a concept that I heard of, designing your dream life. So stick around. All right, here we are,
Here
episode
we are.
9. Can you believe it's episode 9 already?
No, not at all. I feel like we just started.
I agree. The weeks are going by so quickly. It's unbelievable. So, talking about the weeks moving so rapidly, our webinar is in a couple of days only. So we've been trying
End of
to
this week.
promote exactly. It's crazy. End of this week, we've been trying to promote this event, talk about it, but we're actually so excited. Like, no fear here. We're excited because we're going to be
No fear.
talking about things that people have concerns about. Losing your job, um, the lack of jobs because of
Mm-hmm.
AI. And
Mm-hmm.
is AI here to take all this from us? What is really AI helpful with, really, and so forth. But you had some insight that somebody gave you. Do you want to share?
Yes. I'm excited to be talking about this because it's something that you and I talk about all the time, but when we think about AI and the future and our future unscripted too, um, we need to think about or set an intention around when using AI, what will that allow us to do?
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, if we say, okay, I'm going to use AI to write all of my client emails, my follow-up emails, my blog posts, blah, blah, blah. What am I going to do with that free time? I need to have a plan around what will all of this allow me to do. So, one example that we've talked about is if we are using AI, which we do use AI every day for this show. um, I want AI to allow me slash us slash everybody to be able to travel more and to have more in-person human experiences. And you had mentioned this, that it's almost like the pendulum swinging the other way. We have all these high-tech solutions that really are just putting us back in a place to be able to connect again on a human level, to like play in the mud was the example that you said, and I'm taking your words, I'm sorry, but I just
Love
thought it
it.
was great. Like AI allows us to get outside and play in the mud
Amen.
more, literally play in the mud more.
You need it.
um yeah, that's the benefit of all this, is that it will give us more time freedom if it hasn't already.
Mm,
We are still the captain of our own life, though. Like, we need to decide what that time freedom will be filled with, and what decisions we need to make around that.
absolutely. Because the mud thing, right? Is just me visualizing. You know, we grew up in, I grew up, let me just talk about myself, um, in a time where the streets were filled with, kids and families and life. Yes, it's not like it's completely gone, but it has reduced so much with video games and blockbusters back in the days. Do you remember that?
Oh
Blockbuster
yeah. Oh yeah.
replaced by obviously Netflix and Prime and all of these things. People are just stuck, with their devices, with the TV. It's everything is the screen. And then, of course, we had to have the big P, the big pandemic, where everything got even worse. Everybody's just staying home. Now we're on Zoom. I think people travel less. I feel,
Hmm.
I don't know why. Some people are still super like afraid. And so they're just stuck at home.
Yeah.
Think of even older folks, that are just kind of petrified now and stuck at home on Zoom. Even they meet friends on Zoom. They don't leave
Hmm.
the house because of the fears. And so
Hmm.
that's super sad. And
Yeah.
perhaps AI does the reverse thing. We need more
Yep.
human connections, right?
Yeah. And of course within all of this, like money is a factor, of course. Of course the cost of travel has gone up
Mm.
significantly.
Yep.
Things cost more now, people are making less now. That's another use case for AI though too, is like who is this new generation of wealth that's going to be powered by AI? It's already happening, but what will that additional wealth allow you to do? What will that time freedom allow you to do? It's a way to create prosperity in multiple different facets
I
of
totally
life.
agree. It's so cool how you said the creation of wealth. That's something, you know what? I haven't thought of that in a minute. But when I started using AI, it was like somebody kind of said to me, like, AI is not just here to help you write your emails or respond to email. You because some people also think that our brains are gonna like trophy, like get smaller because we're not using our brains anymore. But no, it's not true. If you want to like kind of I'm thinking in Spanish, extract the juices, it's an expression, but extract the juices of the AI engine, you absolutely need to use your brain because you need your brain to be able to prompt. It's not like AI comes up with anything. AI will never be inventing anything on its own. Think of it. It can because it's powerful, but
Mhm.
it takes a human person, a human brain behind to prompt to say, this is what, this is the research. This is, take us. And AI is just like a search, and it has collected all this information about the whole universe from like before Jesus Christ. I don't know. I don't know how it has, how does the guy, I don't want to say his name, but Tom, what is his name? What does Tom say is the most rich, whatever, database? I don't know what it's called, but basically it has all of the information. So it's not like it can.
Oh, AI is like an intern who has a PhD in everything.
Yeah. Isn't that cool?
Yes. Yeah.
AI has a PhD in everything, but it
Hmm.
takes you to use that to your advantage to then make the money. And
Hmm.
once you make the money, because of get using the tool properly, then you can, have some freedom and travel and do other things or do the things that you actually want to do. But it's a whole thing, eh? It's like, yeah, it's not going to replace anybody or anything. It might steal a few jobs. I must say.
Probably many. Let's
Many.
not sugarcoat.
Yeah. But my favorite person to listen to about this topic is Gary Vee.
Yes.
Like what before the cars, there used to be horses. Okay.
Yep.
When the car was invented, people using a horse, they're like, yeah, that's great, but they couldn't see it, but there are still horses. We just use cars now. And so
Hmm.
it created different type of jobs, different types of, stuff. Then the internet, it didn't do too much damage. These things are here to help us, but they're also here to help us if you believe, you have to have that positive, yes, it can do damage. Yes, our kids, blah, blah, blah,
Yes.
whatever the arguments are. Yes,
So can the internet, as we know. It
exactly.
Yeah, it is a tool. It's
It is a
it's
tool.
it's a tool.
So,
Um, I mean, in thinking about all of this allowing for us to have more one-on-one connection, and we've talked about, like, for example, our school communities on here, um, building fellowship online, but also making friends. Like, you and I have never met in person
not yet.
yet. Not yet, but what that allows us to do. And you had something around designing a dream life and thinking about, like, sort of all of this. And um, yeah, I was just curious to hear what you think about
Of course. So, I always kind of get inspired, right, by things I hear and so forth. So, the whole idea. So first of all, have you ever done visualization like with a vision board and stuff like that? Are you the type to do these things?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Yeah. I'm not like I would say like I don't do them every single year. Like, I skip, I do one and then it's great and it's on my wall and everything. And then the next year I kind of skip. But the idea behind this thing was actually really cool. So the concept is to design your dream life. But instead of being like a vision board that takes you to the next 12 months, typically, right? Just 1 year. It's
Hmm.
basically saying you can have a 10-year vision. Okay. So how it works, you would kind of just sit with yourself. Obviously, as usual, you want to do these self-reflective things, right? You want to be alone, somewhere cozy with a whatever drink of your choice, like a hot chocolate or something, something cozy, pen, paper, or your phone, whatever it is. It's really take time, carve out time for yourself. But the thing is that you're going to want to basically, after you silence the voices in your head, think about what is it that I really want? But you're going to do this. You're going to say, like today's whatever. Let's say today, for example, is October 10th, but we are in 2025. So I'm going to sit with myself and say, Lydie, October 10, 2035. Okay. You wake up and where am I? That's the first thing. Am I in a house, in an apartment, a condo, or high rise? What kind of neighborhood and so forth? So we basically time travel and we design this day and with as much details as possible. But the cool thing about what I heard was doing that exercise has been proven. People who have been doing this exercise, so it's a thing from a professor. I forget his name and I forget what university, but every year he would make his students go through this exercise. And every single thing would come true eventually. So at the beginning, it was a 5-year exercise where it's like in the next 5 years, visualize like your perfect day. Where are you? What do you drive? You can go through all these questions, right? Where are you? Describe the bedroom. This like who's with you? Are you married? You have children? How is your day starting? What are you having for breakfast? What kind of body type do you have? Like do you work out? Do you don't? What kind of money do you have? All of these details. But it would be like a 12-page kind of essay. And most people who has done this exercise with this professor would look back and within 5 to 10 years, everything they had written and actually not just writing it, they would have to present that in front of the class, right? You write it, then you go in the front and present your thing. And they would find these diaries or whatnot and look back, and every single thing on there would have had, you know, manifested. Now, do we believe in these things? What do you think, Aubrey?
Yes.
Yeah.
Me 100%.
Have you actually kind of visualized or manifested stuff like that you can think of? I know I'm putting you on
Well,
this.
I'm trying to find my vision board that was,
Ooh,
uh, oh, where did I put it?
you have a vision board.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna go get it because I think I know where it is. Just give me one
Okay.
second.
As you go get your vision board, one of my favorite manifestation is my dog, my first dog, Soka, who is sleeping over here somewhere. I had a Yorkie on this vision board. I think it was a 2019 vision board. And I don't know if you guys know, but Yorkies, when they're born, they're actually tiny like this and they're black and tan. And so you can't really know what color they're going to be. So, but I had a Yorkie and it was gold and silver with this specific face on my vision board. because I've always wanted to have a dog. So I go pick up my Yorkie in 2020 during the pandemic. Second time we talk about that today, but during the pandemic, I go pick up my dog. She's black and kind of white, black and white, but she's super tiny. She's 2 months. So, I have her, whatever. I love her. Name her Soka, Soca. Life is good. Soka grows up to this beautiful face and color. And one day I'm looking at my vision board. I don't know why it was collecting dust somewhere. It was like a big poster. So I open it up and I'm like, oh my God, the dog on the vision board is exactly Soka, like exactly the face and the color of my dog. And I was like, wow, that was amazing. Of course, not everything has come true, but let me just say there's some G Wagon on that vision board. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, the power of visualization and manifestation is all true. Did you find your vision board?
I did. Um,
Talk to
yeah,
me.
I mean, what you were saying, like Olympians do it to win the Olympics. It's not
Amen.
weird.
It is not weird. I,
Okay, so this one is from 2023.
oh, I love it. Look how big. Yep.
We have we have Beyonce, of course,
Wow.
Emma Greedy.
Oh my
Um,
gosh. I love how you have quotes. You're my girl.
we have quotes. We have so we have multiple quotes. Don't try to lessen yourself for the world. Let the world catch up to you.
Woo.
Beyonce Knowles. None other than
Uh-huh.
Beyonce Knowles.
I
Let's see
mean,
another one. I create my own life. Life is happening for me.
yo,
Why not me? Um, ask yourself what am I doing today to get me closer to where I want to be tomorrow?
mm,
A lot of these look like sort of questions that I was asking myself and
mhm.
reminders.
Yep.
You have the same amount of hours in the day as Beyonce. That's on there too.
That's powerful. That is powerful. You have
Yeah.
the same amount of hours as Beyonce, meaning that if she can do it, you can do it too, or anything she can do, we can do. Because to what I was saying earlier, prior to this conversation, we're just humans. We're all, going through the human experience. And it's so similar. It doesn't matter where you're from, the color of your skin, or anything. We shouldn't be afraid of each other. We shouldn't be afraid of going live, having doing social media and like, man, this is exactly what I'm like. I love that. I love that. But anything on your board that you found that kind of came true, or as far as
Yeah,
it, yeah?
I mean a lot of things, the way that there are a lot of things just around mental health on here, habit
Mhm.
formation. Um, like a lot of people don't, I mean, not some people don't know this about me, but I'm fine talking about it, is I quit drinking about a year ago. So there was a lot on here around that, just like living a life that I didn't need to numb out, creating a life that I didn't need to numb out. So in that sense, like all of this is true.
That is so powerful.
But I
So,
have things on here that remain to be seen, like, pictures of mansions and
yeah,
I
maybe
have podcast on here, bit written big.
you have,
Podcast is written on here, so we have done that.
you're doing that, girl. What? You see? And I'm big as, when you find something or you have you celebrate
Yeah.
because you're indicating to the universe. It's like the AI. Everybody's talking about TikTok AI. When you do a search on TikTok, it's supposed to like trigger the AI to know what you like and what you don't like.
Mm-hmm.
Me? Oh, that's a good one. But I don't know. I'm not formulating this properly, but like when you have manifested something, even a parking spot, I do that a lot. I watched The Secret, the movie, years ago. And a lot of times I'm like, I'm gonna manifest this exact spot in front of the door, and I get it. But to me, another thing I learned is like you gotta celebrate. You have
Yeah,
to, because you're indicating that you respect the power of the thing that made the thing happen. You know
totally.
right?
Yeah.
You found a penny on the floor, you found money, you manifested money. You found $1, you gotta pick it up, right? And
Hmm.
so you have a podcast, whether this is we don't know. We don't know what the future holds, but it doesn't matter.
We know it's unscripted.
That's right. Let it be known it's unscripted and it's fun.
But what I really liked about the example you shared of designing your life is that like a vision board does not have to be a bunch of pictures at all. This I took a weekend to do this because it was fun. You can write a vision board on a piece of paper
Yep,
just with words,
that's it.
just with word art. Just scribble a bunch of words that
Yep.
mean something to you. That can be your vision board is on this piece of paper. It does not need to be a poster board of magazine cutouts like at all.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
Pinterest can be your vision board.
exactly what I was going to say. Furthermore, you can make it now on your cell phone, a Canva. I designed two of them. My favorite ones are on Canva, and you just find pictures and quotes, and I just slapped everything together, and I shipped it to get printed because I wanted it big, like it's poster size, just like yours, nice and big. I can't get up and go get it right now, but I am
I had
wearing,
to go find this under the bed over there. I was like,
you know,
but
the thing where when you're on Zoom, you got to be careful, right? So yeah.
yeah.
But just to kind of wrap up the thought of designing a dream life, there was a question asked, why do you think we, as a general we, people, don't get to where they really want to go? What would you say? Any thoughts?
I mean, the biggest thing that stands out to me is we don't know. We don't know where we want to go.
Mm,
There are many places we could go or
mm,
might sound fun,
yeah,
but we haven't done the inner work to ask ourselves what would actually
that's
make
it.
us happy.
That's
Or
it.
or starting with what we don't want.
That is,
That's easier.
yeah, what you don't want. There's a guy who talks about that a lot, and it's such a concept. Not only that you need to know what you want, but almost as important or more is what you don't want. Because if you don't know what you don't want, you might kind of veer towards that. Like, because you got to be just specific. And you're absolutely right. That's what they were saying in that thing that inspired this topic is this not that you don't know, right, what you want, but knowing what you want is going to take you or us to sit in that quiet space and do that exercise, that forward thinking. I'm still going to do this. I might even teach a class. No, legit. I thought, after I listened to this, I'm like, I might want to like design a little course, a mini course, and do it on my school community. No joke, because it's just that powerful. And also, it's that time of year where, anyway, I tend to start those thoughts because the year is gonna turn and all that. And so, why not help others, right? Just to have that visualization of, but like not just what you want for next year. Let's design like a 10-year ahead. Like, we're gonna do this. It's gonna be great.
Oh, I will be front row because
Okay, sign up.
yeah,
Sign
even
up.
if it's just the two of us again,
Yeah,
I will be
hey,
there.
it's all good and it's all good. But you know what? It's also, they were saying that it's hard for people to imagine, and the word I'm gonna, immensities, immensities, big things. We are afraid, and now I'm just gonna read the one phrase here. We're afraid that if we want something huge and we don't get it, we'll fail. We'll be humiliated. We'll die of heartbreak. Do you want to die of heartbreak because you didn't achieve a thing and you didn't, or do you want to die broke because you never tried?
Right.
That's,
Yeah. I mean, putting yourself out there has the potential to break your heart if you let it. And if you're not strong enough in taking care of this up here,
Mental. Yep.
something, small could send you over the edge. And taking care of yourself up here does not mean that you let yourself off the hook from your goals.
Yeah.
Mental health doesn't mean that you um give yourself a pass all the time. Like,
Yeah.
it's still important to challenge ourselves. It's still important to get uncomfortable.
So true.
Um, but I believe that it's possible to take care of yourself along the way,
Mm.
like going to the place of greatness. Like, you have to learn how to take care of yourself. But just because you're prioritizing mental health, or mental health is something that you keep in mind, it doesn't mean that you're like soft about your goals. You go after your goals, which, guess what, improves your mental health. It's true.
100%. Sorry. I click on mute and I didn't realize. My bad. But absolutely, 100,000%. Absolutely. It's so important. Talking about that, I think it's a great segue to something that we kind of thought we might want to discuss today. The differences between, drum roll, that was
Yes.
your thing.
We were
Oh,
talking about the differences between hiring a coach versus finding a therapist.
yeah.
So, everything everything that we share here on this podcast is really just a diary entry of where we are today. We are in no way, shape, or form saying that we are therapists or psychologists. What we share here is just from our personal experience. And just like anything, take what works for you and leave the rest.
Mhm.
Um, the To me, what has greatly helped me is having both coaches and therapists, sometimes at the same time. Now,
Okay.
I recognize that it is a privilege to be able to hire either one
Yeah. You're absolutely right.
fully. And I also recognize that AI can be a great tool for therapy.
Mhm.
Um, the biggest difference between the two, how I see it, is a coach can really get more familiar with you, in the sense of like, they can the coaches I've had have been like texting me for accountability, and we
Mm.
sort of talk all the time. It feels more sort of like a business partnership, whereas the therapist, you might see once a week or once a month, and then you have homework, and then you don't talk to them for the rest of the time. Um, in my experience, coaches have been able to push me harder in a good way. Um, I mean, just like a sports coach, like they're there kind of like, do one more rep. You
Mhm.
got this.
Mhm.
Um, which I've had therapists in the past who have done the same, but um, to me, a coach is like in the trenches with you a
Eh.
little bit more. Um,
Mm.
so that's something that we've sort of been thinking about. Um, both are, in my experience, helpful,
Mhm.
but if you don't have the funds or access to a therapist, I use AI as my therapist like every day, and my coach.
Speak it.
So
Preach.
just you don't necessarily need to spend a lot of money in order to take care of this. Now
Mhm.
the resources are out there. Um, Again, this is just my experience, just my opinion, but
We have to
um,
talk about that, I think, a little bit.
yeah.
How you use AI as your coach and therapist. And I've helped a friend actually, hi friend, to kind of think of that because yes, it can get very expensive. And we're not saying absolutely that AI can replace, we're not there yet. We're not there yet.
Right.
It's not going to replace a doctor, a licensed therapist or whatever, psychiatrist or anything. So please, if you need help, you have to go get the help. But at the same time, I mean, we're going there where people that don't have friends, a lot of people are calling AI their best friends already.
Hmm.
Boyfriends, girlfriends.
Yes. We joke that all
We
different
joke.
AI tools are all of our different boyfriends, and when
Yeah,
we're mad at one, we jump to another.
that's right. You're messing up. I'm jumping. I'm going to visit Claude. I'll be back. But
Um,
but actually, but what do you prefer? Therapy, do you have a preference? Therapy versus coaching?
Um, oh man, I have gotten different benefits from both. I mean, I would say having a therapist and also using AI as my therapist
Mhm.
has gotten me to see the bigger patterns,
Okay.
and what I have control over versus what
Mhm.
I'm trying to control in other people, which I
Mhm.
know everyone listening can relate of like the need to control. It's
Yeah.
like got to release that. Therapy has helped me with that.
Mhm.
In terms of accomplishing my goals, though, having coaches, but honestly, having like this, having a peer
Yeah.
group that you're building with at the same time,
Right.
um, has been even more effective than coaching. So if any of you are not in a place to be able to hire a coach yet for one-on-one coaching, that's okay. Engage with their free content. Sign up for their newsletter. If there's like a
Community.
dream coach, yeah, join their community. Yep. Yeah, because it,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Sorry, I cut you off. But
No, no,
yeah,
no.
absolutely. And like I love so I told you that I had something to say about the coaching and therapy. So I haven't had a coach yet. I've paid, for coaching sessions, like group coaching, like a few of those. Um, but I've had therapy. So I can, speak about that. But just this week, I was like, I need a coach. I need a coach. And so I'm not interviewing, but I'm meeting with one tomorrow morning for potential, just to talk
Yeah,
for
you're interviewing. Yeah,
like, yes, it is
that's
an
okay.
interview.
It is a privilege to work with you, and they should be interviewed.
Aw. But it's because, no, I believe, even with therapy, I believe that you need to speak to someone where you're comfortable. You have to have that click. You might see somebody's picture, like it might be enough, but not. So and then Monday, um, like she's sending the thing. I don't know what time, but so I have one with somebody that doesn't live close to me, but somebody recommended this coach, right? But it's more a business coach. And I'm like, you know what? It could be a thing. And I have a small, tiny feeling that my favorite coach is looking at me right here on the screen. Her name is Aubrey.
We
So
help each other.
yeah, exactly. So I have that feeling, but I don't know why I've had that little kind of feeling that maybe just even speaking to someone. And my concern right now is I know I might be doing a little bit too much. I must admit, having multiple social media things that you're trying to, it's just, I have this vision and I'm like trying to execute on all the things and the community. And we're not going to say all the things, right? But it's a lot. So I'm like, okay, I need help organizing. And of course, I've used AI to kind of organize my thoughts, but I feel I'm still jumping from time to time, like from one thing to the next, a little bit. So I hope that these conversations kind of help me even just get some framework, like of what I want. But between having someone like a friend who can help you level up, like Aubrey,
Like Lydie.
like, but between that and having groups of people, because in our mutual communities and in a community where we met, there's so many people that are also trying to level up. They're not just about, playing games all day, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I mean, trying to really advance, like do something good in the world, or like it's not just that. Like it could be that, but it could also be that you have a dream, you have aspirations, you want to travel, whatever it is, right? And you do need those people around. Because if you sit, I truly believe, if you're just sitting there with certain type of people who do certain things and don't really kind of think forward and just, again, nothing wrong with that. There's a time and a place for everything and everyone. But if you have aspirations and you're trying to level up, then you might consider these things. And of course, we're here for anyone listening. Leave us a comment in the comment section below of this video if what do you think? Do you have a coach? Do you have a therapist? Do you need one? What would it take for you to unleash your curiosity, unleash, level up your life, right? So we're here to help and have conversations. We're happy. We love reading your comments and answering them as well. So thank you guys. I have a last question for you.
Shoot.
I've been putting you on the spot today. It's
That's
the
okay.
third time.
I'll get you back next week.
No problem. You get me like next week. So, what do you want to be known in the world? But okay, when I say that, I just said the world, and I'm like, no, that's too much.
No, it's not. I love it.
She loves it. Okay, cool. I'm glad you love it because I don't want to, instill fear or anything. But like, what would be like, yeah, it's cool that you've reached that thing where you're known for something. I might know the answer because I'm getting to know you a little bit. But I thought it'd be a cool thing to kind of end our episode today with.
I love that. Yes, we are slowly becoming telepathic. I will say that.
Hmm.
Um, um, the thing that I want to be most known for is putting curiosity back at the forefront of humanity where it belongs and working with one person at a time, truly. Because the reason why this matters to me so much is I've been in many, many scenarios where I have felt completely out of control of my life, my own destiny, like, let alone thinking about what I want to do in this world. I've just been like at the mercy of other things, corporate job, addiction, lots of other different things. So, curiosity really is the doorway, it is the step before all steps. And if we lose touch with that, it's going to be really hard to take any step in the right direction if we are out of touch with our curiosity. And so that's why it matters. Um,
Love
it's
it.
also just the most human thing,
Yeah.
curiosity.
Curiosity. And before I met you, I don't, and so this is why it's great before I tell you my thing, but like,
Yeah.
because it's kind of unique, but it's also so true. It's like so necessary. And so every time you talk about this, I absolutely love it because it's like something like we're born with curiosity and then we lose it. But we have Aubrey here who got inspired. She got the download. I don't know,
Yep.
because you are inspired to do something out here, right? And so I love that you're hanging on to your vision and your mission and like let's do it because that is gonna, and it's also speaking it out here. Like you want to speak all things unleashing your curiosity. Sorry, but I didn't want to say that word, but curiosity curator. That's who
Yeah.
you are. And you will be
Yeah.
known as that. The
It's also not
curiosity.
it's not curiosity is not mine to own. It is my mission and my vision, but it's inside all of us.
That's
It's
it.
just a reminder,
That's
really. Like it
Yeah, you're
I
the catalyst. You're gonna be the person. You want to be the person to kind of bring that back up. And it's so necessary in the age of AI, but like not to just kind of repeat that, but like it is because we're drowning in information overload all day, all night. So yeah, thank you for sharing that. My
Lydie, what about you?
Whatever I mean, yeah, that was a question that, again, I was like, what do I want to be known? And I'm like, and it's not anyway, but I think my thing is more like helping people unleash their potential. But I want to do that through motivation and like relentless action. Because as I navigate through this thing called life, that's what's missing. Take bold action. Do the hard things. I don't hate, I love saying that, but I don't want to repeat it so much, but do the hard things. And so if I can help people take action, that, That's really what I want to do. And motivation. Some people think that you can't be, overly positive and it's all fluff, but it's truly, truly helpful.
Mhm.
Affirmations all the time because our brains go to the negative, you know, you are not enough. No, we gotta reprogram these neurons up in here. So that's what I'm about. And that's what I want to do. So I need to kind of keep searching to exactly, how I'm going to reach um people, I guess. But yeah, we're on the quest for sure.
We
This
are
is
on the quest, and you are so naturally good at that. Like, you are so good at motivating people and getting them to see a different perspective that they might not have been thinking of. Like, I've seen you work with people firsthand, and just the confidence they have walking away, like, okay, now I can go do that thing. That is a gift.
Thank
That is a
you.
gift.
I didn't realize until this year that, you know
Big
what,
time.
it's not everybody who can see something. Like I can see, but that's the tricky part because I can sit here and tell you, this is what I see for you. Ba 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 ba. Go execute. Do this. Do that. But then I don't struggle, but it's challenging to do that. But that's just normal. And that
Yeah,
back to why we need coaches and why
totally.
we need a push. We need a community. We need help. So it's all full circle all the time.
Totally. I don't want to take my own advice a lot of the time.
That's right.
It's easy to give advice. Yeah, but the rewiring, the improving self-talk,
Yeah.
the motivation to take action, or take action when you're not feeling motivated.
That's
Um I think a lot, like, not I think, I know all of us have certain gifts that we were born with, and sometimes what I see in my clients is they don't necessarily follow their gifts because it seems too easy.
good.
They're like, well, everyone can do that. Like, that's not my, I'm like, no, no, no. It's easy for you because it's your strength.
Yeah. We should
It's not
play
easy for everybody.
games. Exactly.
Hmm.
That's another topic for another day. Let's remind me to,
Yeah.
yeah, I love that. But it's been a pleasure as usual having this conversation. We're making history because our webinar, the very first, October 18 or 19, 2 days, the same program, lots of fun. So I hope you guys join us. But yeah, we'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody.